Today I'm going to share with you the saying, 30, standing firm, 40, no longer confused, 50, understanding destiny, 60, ears receptive, 70, following desires. At what age are you now? Are you satisfied with your current life? No matter what age you're at, you should know that in this world, no one can be with you unconditionally forever. Even your shadow will be absent on rainy days. Those who need to leave cannot be kept, and those who pretend to be asleep cannot be awakened. Those who don't love you can't be moved no matter what. At the age of 30, you can still be occasionally capricious. At 40, you must become more mature and sensible. At 50, you slowly learn to be open-minded. After 60, you must understand not to spend recklessly, not to go to unnecessary places, and not to engage in unnecessary arguments. Now let's take a closer look at what these mean. ####3 money that cannot be spent. 1. Ill-gotten gains. As the saying goes, a noble person loves wealth, but with propriety. This means that you must not take money that does not rightfully belong to you. Even if something is appealing, if it's obtained through dishonest means, it's best to avoid it. Because one day, you will have to pay back at a double or even triple cost. It's not worth the risk. So, live with integrity, do things conscientiously, and reap what you sow. This way, you'll live a peaceful and contented life. 2. Others' money. Money that doesn't belong to you, even if it passes through your hands, shouldn't be spent. Spending money that isn't yours is equivalent to indebting yourself. If you can repay it, that's good, but if you can't, you not only offend your friends, but also lose basic trust as a person. People entrust you with their money because they trust you to handle it responsibly. If you can't fulfill this trust, it's better to politely decline. Remember, what's not yours is never yours. Don't overdraw trust, as you can't bear the weight of losing it. 3. Tomorrow's money. Only with planned living and working can your days be smoother and more fulfilling. After the age of 60, regardless of how much wealth you have, as long as it's enough, that's sufficient. But remember, spend today's money today and tomorrow's money tomorrow. Don't be tempted to buy everything you desire today and end up overspending, leading to financial difficulties in the future. Work needs to be planned to yield better results, and money needs to be spent with a plan to instill confidence. 3 places not to go. 1. Places of gambling. Involvement in gambling leads to winning and losing, and it's easy to become addicted. Winning makes you want to win more, and losing makes you want to recoup your losses. It's a vicious cycle that leads to addiction. Young people may not have the capital to indulge in gambling for long periods, let alone older adults. As people age, they lose the luxury of being carefree. It's crucial to secure finances for retirement rather than risking them in gambling. 2. Places of extravagance. These places are not suitable for young people, and even they should control their desires. Older adults should be even more disciplined. Such places not only harm physical health, but also disrupt family harmony. It's better to lead a modest life in old age than to risk one's reputation and family stability. 3. Places of gossip and conflict ***. Where there are people, there's gossip, and where there's gossip, there's conflict. Places abundant in gossip often lead to trouble. In old age, retired and leisurely, it's fine to chat with friends and neighbors casually. But one should avoid getting involved in spreading rumors and stirring up trouble, as excessive talk often brings unnecessary problems. 3 relatives not to follow. 1. Relatives driven by self-interest. Those who revolve around self-interest tend to be opportunistic, seeking favor when you're doing well and distancing themselves when you're struggling. They often hurt with their words and actions, making them unfit even as ordinary friends, let alone relatives. Family members are often the ones least pleased with your success, especially if they're driven by self-interest. 2. Relatives overly concerned with money. While money isn't everything, it's essential for survival. Some relatives prioritize money over everything, always seeking to profit and unwilling to suffer any loss. They engage in constant calculations, prioritizing money over relationships and even basic human decency. Dealing with such relatives is pointless, as they will never change their ways. 3. Relatives lacking gratitude. In this world, the most crucial quality is empathy. Those lacking in empathy often resort to manipulation and exploitation. They might seek your help in times of need, emphasizing the bond of family, but once their troubles are over, they conveniently forget your kindness. They fail to express gratitude and may even turn hostile when you're in need. It's best to steer clear of such relatives, as associating with them only brings unnecessary distress. In conclusion, these 9 points aren't just applicable to those over 60, they're relevant throughout life. Practicing restraint in spending, avoiding unnecessary places, and choosing one's companions wisely lead to a happier and more peaceful life. Self-control is the key to navigating life's challenges and pursuing one's passions. As Chow Chow said, even though the divine tortoise lives long, its focus is on the present. Similarly, in old age, focusing on the present and adapting to change brings a new kind of fulfillment. So, let go of the past, embrace change, and discover a new way of living. Today's sharing ends here. Thank you for watching the Buddha Zen channel. Don't forget to subscribe and share if you enjoy our content. You're never alone here.